Hi Aries, I'm Nick. This is going to be your love reading for July of 2019. I hope you guys are doing well. Before I get started, I want you to relax, put yourself in a meditative state, get away from people, noise, get in a comfortable position, get some water, tea, coffee, anything to relax you. And I want you to work on your breathing. Okay, so take a few deep breaths in and then out. And this time when you inhale, I want you to acknowledge any heaviness, any sadness, heartbreak, stress, anger, resentment, anything heavy that you're carrying in your heart and soul. And when you exhale, release all of that. Okay, so inhale, exhale anything that you don't want in your life anymore. Exhale it all out. Okay, and then I want you now to close your eyes, and I'm going to be spritzing you with organic rose water that I've infused with my love and essence. And as I'm spritzing you, I want you to imagine all the things I'm saying out loud to you coming into your life, and you feeling it, experiencing it as if it's happening right now, because it'll make it that much likely to manifest in your reality. Okay, so for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, males and females, let's please bring them healing, love, happiness, abundance, a good partner, and make all their wishes come true. Smells beautiful, like roses. Hopefully you guys can smell it or imagine it. Oh, it just sets the mood and the vibe for me. Hopefully it does the same for you. I'm always hoping to pass on good energy on to you guys, okay? So it can be a ripple effect and you guys can do the same for others. So we're going to start with an oracle card today in honor of Cancer season. We're using the Mermaid Oracle. So let's see what message we have for you guys. Okay, so we got card number 10, or you can add 1 plus 0, just 1, and it says honor the masculine, respecting men and embracing the masculine divine. Wow, I haven't had this come out. Okay, so I guess maybe this month you may it may be a good time to just acknowledge the men in your life, whether it's a lover or not, and showing them respect, showing them gratitude, saying, hey, thank you for being in my life, thank you for, you know, being with me through thick and thin. And maybe the masculines right now this month, or your divine masculine, may be going through it, or something's happening, and it's going to be important to acknowledge them, or at least show them gratitude in some way and respect their journey. Okay, so I already pre-shuffled the cards and laid them out for us just so we could save time. So what I'm going to do is go show you the cards, and then we'll get right into it in detail. Okay, so on this end here we have Judgment in reverse, the Queen of Cups, and the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, and then your overall emotion card is stressed. Okay, and now for the other side here, so if you're a cross watcher, this can be your side. If not, it can be vice versa, so you just pick a side. We have the 9 of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay, and then the overall emotion card is comforted. Sleeping like a baby. How comfy. What Nala always does. Alright, and the mutual emotion between the two of you is worried. On this side here, like we saw, Judgment in reverse, I'm kind of feeling like your judgment is going to be a little bit clouded this month, or you may do something that really you wouldn't have actually done if you were in the right mindset, or if you weren't all in your feelings or in emotions. So it's, you know, maybe you already did something, you already said something that you shouldn't have said, or did something that you're regretting now. Okay, and this could have to do with a love offer, or you expressing your love. I used oh yeah, I forgot to show you the cards I clarified. So I clarified the Judgment in reverse with the Knight of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. The Magician clarified it, and I clarified that again, and it was the Hierophant. Okay, so I'm seeing here that you made a decision, or something happened that you're regretting now, that you feel like you shouldn't have done, or like it was a wrong move, and you know, maybe it would have been different if you did something different, or if you would have, you know, just done something different in some way. But I'm feeling like to let you know that whatever you think was a wrong move or was a wrong decision, it really wasn't a wrong decision, because it was going to lead you onto a new journey, a new path, and it was going to show you someone's true colors or show you something that you needed to see. So it was never really a wrong decision, although it may look like it right now. I feel like this decision or whatever judgment that you made that you felt like you didn't use your intuition maybe, has to do with your way, with some kind of love offer, or the way maybe you expressed your love or you showed your feelings to someone and you feel like you shouldn't have done that. You're taking it back. You may have offered something to someone or went towards someone, and with genuine feelings, I see here that it was someone you really had deep feelings for. You really liked them, you really loved them, you cared about them, and so these feelings really brought you closer to them. You felt comfortable with expressing yourself, and you just wanted to let them know how you felt. And so you told them, or you're going to tell them how you feel and what the situation is. And I feel that these are emotions you can't really control. And at the same time, I'm feeling like you don't want to feel these feelings, but you can't help but feel all these feelings. And Cancer season is really going to do that to you. It's going to open your emotions, open the way for all these things to come up to the surface, and it's going to be important for you to try to stay grounded, try not to let all those emotions get the best of you or cloud your judgment, because I feel like your judgment is going to be a little bit clouded this month. If you're feeling something very strongly, take a little bit of time to decide whether if that's really what you're feeling or you're just letting the energies get the best of you. So don't make any moves out of emotion, and think twice before you go forward or tell someone something, okay? Because I feel like these emotions or whatever you expressed to someone didn't go so well, and you felt rejected, or you felt like they left you out in the cold, or you felt like they didn't reciprocate, they didn't actually give you the reaction or the response that you were looking for, okay? This can also symbolize maybe some of you have been having some financial difficulties, or got laid off, or getting less hours, or whatever it be. Something's not as stable in your life anymore, and you're feeling like I opened myself up to this person and I expressed what I felt, and it led me nowhere, and now I'm regretting it. You felt like they had the upper hand, and you may have felt like you gave them so much power in your vulnerability. So you gave them that power, like you gave them, here's my heart, and they didn't receive it, or they didn't accept it, okay? And this can also be that like you also offered maybe commitment, or you wanted to, you talked to them, or wanted to get you wanted to know where you guys stand, if this is something they want long term, if you guys are going to be together, all this stuff. And I feel like or you talked about marriage, etc., and you didn't get the response or what you were looking for. And so now you're really feeling like, okay, well, I guess I had to leave, and I have to make some changes now. And you're regretting the feelings that you felt, you're regretting opening up, you're regretting all this stuff. But I feel the need to tell you that you shouldn't regret it, because if you hadn't spoken up, if you hadn't said your truth, then you would maybe still be lingering on to hope, or still be, trying to make something work that was never going to work out maybe. Your overall emotion card is stressed. So this situation does have you really anxious. You're really in your head. Maybe you're really upset. And I would really suggest drinking some tea. Make some tea to relax your mind, your soul, because I feel like right now you're really like, maybe you could be angry as well. You need to let off a lot of steam. We have tense, strained, under pressure. I feel that like, maybe your finances are not doing well, and at the same time your love life not going well is like an extra burden. It's like extra stress for you. Like at least if one of them is going right, it's like a balance. But I feel like when both of them are not going right, it's extra heavy for you. It's intense, and I totally understand. It's like, why can't everything just go right in my life? I'm also seeing that for some of you who are already in a committed relationship, or you're married to this person, that you feel alone. you feel like you are not even in a relationship. You feel like maybe they neglect you, maybe they don't, you know, give you attention, or you just feel like you're disconnected. You feel like this relationship's not really like, you put in more, you try to be sweet, but they don't really like give you anything. So you may be in a relationship where you feel like you're alone, and you've been trying to make it work. You want love, you want to, you know, be all in love, but I feel like this person maybe doesn't give you that, and so you may feel alone even if you are in a relationship. Okay, I feel like this person is maybe very prideful, or doesn't feel like they need to change anything. They don't feel like they need to change their behavior, or that anything's wrong. They're like, no, this is all fine, like, you know, this is cool, like, what do you mean, like, nothing's going wrong. And like, even maybe when you express yourself to them, or you tell them, hey, you know, this and that, or I like you, I feel this, and we should do more of this, you know, to bond more, have a romance, they're like, why we don't need to do that, like, we're fine, what do you mean? And that in itself is like, do you not hear everything I said? You just want to ignore everything, like, and that, I think that hurts you. Like, you may want to initiate, like, yeah, let's go do this, let's go to a walk on a park, let's go to a theme park, let's plan a cute trip, or do a picnic, or like whatever it is you're into. You're like trying to initiate, you're trying to make it work, you're trying to like build the fire, build some romance, and they're just like, no, we don't need to do that, what do you mean? You're just like, it's such a disappointment, you know? And that, when that happens, it makes you feel alone. It makes you feel like, I'm the only one here who wants love. I'm the only one here who's fighting for love, and they're not fighting for it. They think everything's fine and dandy, and it's not. And I think they let their pride, their ego maybe get the best of them. And I feel like this person maybe could also just be really focused on work, or on their finances, or on being grounded. And so they're not really focused on love per se, on romance, on all that stuff. They're not really, their passion is not there. Their focus is on something else. I'm seeing here someone who could be really stingy too. Someone who, like, maybe you depend on them, and maybe they support you like financially. And I feel like recently they haven't really been giving you that support, or they haven't been giving you money or alimony or anything. And they've just been saying, oh, I don't have money, or no, I don't have it, or no, I don't do this, like, oh no, we have to pay bills, we can't do that, we don't have time for fun, like all that stuff. And it's a lots building on you, a lot of pressure. And because I feel like they're not really thinking about your happiness, they're only thinking about themselves and what's going to benefit them in their life in the long run. And maybe just focus on work, school, stuff like that, but not really focus on your happiness, on love, on being in love with each other. In the recent past, this may be someone who, you know, struggled with depression, with anxiety, or they painted a picture of them feeling like being the victim. Like, oh, you don't know how hard it was for me. You don't know how much I went through, this and this and that. And yes, it could be true. Maybe they did, and now they're healing from it. But I feel like they're not being very caring or very understanding of your feelings and what you want and what you're going through. Okay, and I feel like they're being kind of like, they're keeping things to themselves. They're holding on to, you know, what's important to them. And right now what's important to them, I feel like, is not you, or it's not the relationship. I feel like they're selfish, and I feel like they only think about themselves and how they're doing. Like, they may not even ever ask you, hey Aries, how are you doing? How are you feeling today? Or even if they do, like, let's say they're like, hey Aries, how's work? How are you doing? They don't even wait for you to respond. They're like, oh yeah, I'm doing good, like, and then walk away. They don't even like listen to your response. You're like, oh, well, this, and it's like they leave you hanging. They leave you talking by yourself. It's like that kind of thing. I feel like they don't really care about what's going on with you, or how you're feeling, how you're doing. Everything's about them. Or whenever you address it, or whenever you want to talk about something, they like literally brush it off, or they ignore it as if it's not important. And that hurts you. That's really hurtful. That would hurt anybody, right? You don't feel like you're important, like you're a priority, or like the relationship is important to them, and that's hurtful for you. So I feel like you feel alone, you feel left out in the cold, you feel like you're all on your own, and your feelings, your emotions are being neglected, because you don't feel like you have anywhere or anyone to express it to, or anyone who actually receives it. You have all this love and passion you want to share, but the person that you want to share it with isn't even they're not open to receive, you know? It's like you're showing your love to a wall that just bounces it back to you. That's rough. So I feel for you. That's tough. Their overall emotion is comforted. So I really feel like they don't feel like anything's wrong. They're fine, like they sleep in peace. It says here, reassured, consoled, nourished. It's like as long as they sleep well at night, as long as they're at peace, everything's fine. That's all they want. They don't really care. If you see here, the little kid, he's sleeping with this teddy bear, right? And the teddy bear looks like it's like, oh my gosh, why am I here? You know, I feel like that's you. You're like the teddy bear. They're just like squishing you, like you're just a little like object, and you're just like, I don't even want to be here. You know, and you're wide awake. Like you may, like maybe you're sleeping in the same bed with this person, and they're sleeping fine, but you're up all night because you're just not at peace, you're not happy, you don't feel love, and you're just like, why am I here? Why am I in this relationship? Is this where I need to be? Like, I want love, but I don't even know if I love this person anymore, because whenever I try, they don't accept, they don't give me time, they don't give me attention, and like, I don't even know if they love me. So what am I doing here? You know, you may be asking yourself those questions. Your mutual emotion between the two of you is worried. So I feel like they're worried about you, but not like, oh, I'm worried about you, Aries, like, are you okay? They're worried like, what's going on with Aries? Like, why are they being dramatic, or why are they complaining about this, being over emotional? That's them being worried. So it's not really like they care. Okay, they're just like, oh, Aries is being emotional, what's going on with them? Like that kind of energy. And you're actually worried because this is a stressful situation for you that you don't want to be in. You're in a marriage or in a partnership, in a relationship that you aren't really happy in, and that your feelings are not there. In the past, you were the one that tried. You really tried to make it work, but this person kind of rejected you. They didn't give you a time of day. They didn't put any effort, and maybe they promised they would, and they just didn't. They didn't live up to any of their expectations. They didn't complete any of their promises, and you're done with it. You're feeling fed up. You are feeling alone. You're feeling left out in the cold, and you don't want to be like this anymore. Because I feel like this situation, this connection took away your power. Like, I feel like it takes away so much of your energy, and you're getting really tired of it. You're worried. You're concerned. Is this how my life is going to be for the rest of my life? You know, is this the kind of life that I want? Because if this is how my life is going to be, I don't know how much longer I can handle this. So I feel like many of you are going to want to break free from this situation, because I think you've already been trying a lot, or you've been trying to make it work, but it's not working. And your judgment's going to be a little bit clouded here. So I would say, you know, you're going to be kind of on edge, but don't lash out or do anything that, you know, may trigger the worst in you or anything like that. You want to be smart and calculated about your actions and your decisions, because I feel like if you do anything crazy or something, it's not going to be beneficial for you, especially if you're dependent on this person financially, and they're already kind of resisting or something. I just wouldn't want something bad to happen, or you really be feeling like you're like tied up, you know? So make sure you think twice before you say or do something. Really try to plan and calculate, okay, what my next step is going to be. How can I make a move towards freedom? Let me go find a job, or let me go save money so I can find my way out, or, you know, plan, write out your plan, or write out ideas of what you can do, brainstorm, okay? I feel like this person, you know, I don't really enjoy doing these kinds of readings, but I want to keep it real and raw with you. I just feel like this person does not care about you, and I don't want you to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't care about your well-being, who doesn't care about your spirit, doesn't care about what's going on in your heart and your headspace. Like, that's not life, you guys. That's not life. No matter if you do love this person, or how long you've been with this person, or how many years you've been with them, or if you have kids with them, it doesn't matter. If they're not there for you, they don't love you and give you the love and support you need, they're not good for you. They don't deserve you. They don't deserve to have you in their life. And they're only inhibiting you from meeting someone else who's probably better for you. Okay, so I feel like you need to break away from this because it doesn't look like they're going to be changing or budging anytime soon. It seems like they're going to be stingy with their money, with their energy, with their love, everything. They're not giving anything for you, and at the end of the day, they still sleep well at night, whereas you don't. So I feel like the person who's suffering here is you, and they're fine, they don't care. But I want you to be happy. I need you to break free from this because I feel like it's gonna really hurt you to stay in this longer, and you're just gonna feel more lonely if you stay in it in the long run. Okay, so you guys, we're gonna look deeper in the extended reading, find out a little bit more about this person, what is going on in their head space, in their heart space, what they want you to know that you don't know, what's gonna happen between the two of you in the near future. We're gonna see whether they're gonna change or not. I feel like they're not. And any advice, we're gonna look into advice that we have for you because I feel like you really need some advice for guidance for this month, okay? This person could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, maybe an, Taurus. But it could be really any sign, you guys, so don't get too fixed on that. But I really feel like Cancer season and the emotions are really gonna take, really get the best of you. So just be careful. Your judgment's gonna kind of be all over the place. So think twice before you do something or before you say something this month, okay? But if you like, you can join me in the extended reading, and if not, I hope this reading gave you some clarity, some insight, some confirmation or information you're looking for or needing. If it did resonate with you somehow or whatever your situation is, let us know in the comments below and we can all talk to each other. You can see if someone else is going through something similar as you. It's always good to vent and talk about things and see what other people suggest, okay? So just so you know, you're not alone and there are others with you, okay? And if you do enjoy my videos, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified every time I post. I'd appreciate it so much, and I'm wishing you all the best, sending you lots of healing, love, confidence, stability, abundance, and any guidance that you need. I hope that you receive it, and I hope that you use it for your future. Okay, I'm wishing you all the best. I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.